myself. There we go. All right, so my kind of scum versus using Talking Thug versus looks like Skywalker. Oh, slave quarters. So Anakin deck. Apologize. So we got Anakin with Walkling, Your Thoughts Dwell on Your Mother, and Best Star Pilot in the Galaxy versus my kind of scum Gamorreans. Gammies are a fun deck. It's something I've played occasionally. Let's see what happens if I refresh here and figure out why this is not... What in the heck did I just do? Alright, well, we got this fixed now, I think. Hopefully. Like I said, this is a little harder doing it on my own without this. So, MKOS Gamorreans versus Anakin Saga. And Matt just starts out, hey, we'll pull Jabba's Palace side. He grabs the antechamber, so he's not going down first turn, which is smart. You don't want to... Or he had the audience chamber and opening hand. Like, there's no one you necessarily want to put down first turn because you're just going to get jumped by Anakin if you're not careful. See the Twi'lek Advisor to go get the bridge passenger deck. I expect we'll see Jabba's Haven go get Nal Hutta. And honestly, I think Matt's probably just going to draw a few here. Like, you don't want to... You're okay not being the first to deploy. Like, you're just going to spend your turn, get your scum. You want the whole setup. You need scum. You really want Chal Beckon. Chal's going to pull you a alien mob and do your thing. So, yep, we see Matt just says, oh, I got my setup. I'm activating 13 next turn. I'm going to draw some. And he'll probably be activating 14 because I expect Jared will put down Polis Massa. And let's see. Jared's getting 10. See a couple shields get pulled. Grabbers and Secret Planes, Aim High. Both pretty standard plays. Like, the Anakin deck's going to want to retrieve every time it battles with a Skywalker. I expect we will see some battling this game. I mean, both decks are really much more inclined to battle than just sit. So there's another Twix. Skywalker Hut coming out from hand. And we'll use Skywalker Hut to grab 3PO, which is a solid start. I mean, Jared's got the cards he wants here, and Anakin Saga is kind of it plays similar to the old Throne Remains. If you're a returning player, everyone knew Throne Remains, you throw down a bunch of Twix sites that are two icons for me, none for you, and go to town. And he got Skywalker's Hut, he got Jedi Council Chamber, he's going to get in Polis Massa. Like, both players are going to be activating a bunch of force. Matt is somewhat advantaged in that regard, in that scum with the global discount of 1 for every alien adds up real quick. But yeah, they're both going to have a pile of force to work with. They're both going to be able to keep stuff going. And we'll see where it goes from here. So I apologize. Like I said, I am trying to watch chat. And just sort of following along here. Jared also just draws some cards. Again, I talk about it a lot. I talk about it in different, in lots of different games. You're not going to win the game on turn 1. There's no single play. You're going to be like, oh, well, I just won the game. But there's lots of ways to lose a game on turn 1, and putting someone down without enough backup, especially against a scum deck that's activating 14 force, is a great way to lose a game on turn 1. So Jared plays very smart, just picks a few up. Uses Now This Is Pod Racing to go get the nightclub, so he's probably out of locations. I think he's perfectly happy saying, well, they're all out of my deck. I'm never drawing a 0. And I don't really expect the nightclub to come into play. It's a drain that just asked to get canceled with Dock and Thug. And that's, you either have to put enough power there that Matt can't come after you, which is no given, or you put a bunch of power there, Matt ignores you and just says, well, I'll just cancel it every turn with Dock and Thug. And that doesn't help you either. So I expect we'll see that get thrown away. But I've made predictions like that before, and better players than me are like, nope, you're wrong. So we'll see how this goes as Matt drops Jabba from hand, uses Jabba to go get Scum. Now he's using the audience chamber text. I expect to get Chalbecken. He's the next most important person there, and especially if you can keep him at the audience chamber and get that. Yep, so he's got Chalbecken now. Chal says, aliens at same and related site deploy for -1. So now at all 3 Jabba's Palace battlegrounds, your aliens are dropping for 2 force, or -2. So there we got Hondo Onaka for 1. This feels a heck of a lot like we're going to see the alien mob. Yep. So Matt flips. I expect he'll probably move the alien mob over with Hondo. He must not have had a Bib in his reserve deck, because normally you'd want to see Bib coming down probably to the audience chamber as well with Power of the Hut, just to get that +2 going. We'll see. I mean, he's still in deploy. Matt might be deciding, like, you drop Bib there for 2. Is that really worth doing? Like, where do we want to go with this? I do think it would be, though, because it also gives you a +1 to drains. So if he's got Bib, I think he should put it out. And it looks like he's doing a search. He must have forgotten what was in there when he went and grabbed Scum and then went and grabbed Chal. So he might be seeing if Bib's in there, seeing what Bib costs, etc. There's lots of things he can be looking for right now. And there's the Power of the Hut play, which is going to get Bib, because that's the only card in the deck it gives. So we get Fat Bib. Call him Fat Bib for obvious reasons. Our graphics team did amazing stuff. This is Bib from the Book of Boba Fett. Bib cancels Jabba's game tax, because again, he took over after Jabba had a sail barge accident that Luke and Leia may have had a part to play. Alien Mob moves to the lower passages, and Matt might draw 1. He might stick with keeping 2. Matt started Crush the Rebellion, Power of the Hut V, and Jabba's Haven V. Crush is actually real important, especially in this matchup, as it shuts down Clash of Sabers. And Clash is a card that can do real bad things to you as a dark side player. Like clashing out Dock and Thug so you can shoot the alien leaders is bad. Clashing out anyone so you can just beat up on a lone character is bad. Like that Crush the Rebellion start is actually super important in this deck just for that. Clash is such a good battle interrupt for the light side that being able to just lose a force and say no is huge. Especially because losing a force in general in Scum isn't nearly as costly as it is in a lot of other decks. Because if you're losing one to keep a battle, keep things rolling so you can battle, you're just getting it back when you start a battle. So it's a real good card. And Jared activates a whole pile. He's literally got 19 active and 19 in reserve on turn 2. And now let's see where he goes. So he's going Best Star Pilot to get the Ezra Angel, Falcon, or Red 5 and a matching pilot. I expect it's going to be Falcon and probably Solo. The Falcon plus Rey at Nal Hutta. In part, I think just because he wants to shut down the auto search that Matt likes to do, is look for a card with bounty just to see what's in your reserve, know what you can do. There's other cards that can punish that. I mean, it's very possible Jared's running Changing the Odds in here. That's a solid card that really messes with especially a scum deck that wants to retrieve. You're like, nope, that interrupt goes out of play. But we'll see. It might just be Jared doesn't think Matt has a lot of space and can't really do a lot, so he's going to put Rain the Falcon there for the moment, and he'll put his other space at Polis Massa, but he wants to shut down the free search until then, which makes a ton of sense. So, it's the Falcon. Not much else to say here. Jared, I'd imagine, is going to put a co-pilot on there. Like, yeah, it's maneuver 6 and it's immune, but the limited space Matt's running probably, I believe, generally includes Zuckuss and Mist Hunter, and that would just wreck Ray's day. Like, throw down a Zuckuss and Mist Hunter, and your draws are +2, so it's pretty easy to draw a 7. There's a lot of 5s in the deck, all the Twi'leks, all the Thok Thugs, etc. And, even if he goes real crazy with, like, here's Shattered Hope to draw 2. There's Ahsoka Tano in front of Hondo and the Alien Mob. That's a solid start. That's a, he's going to lose the battle. Oh, that Greedo is actually real good because it likely keeps Matt on the 7 side. So, because Ahsoka can hit, she can hit both the Alien Mob and Greedo if he wants to pay 2 to target. And he might. He's got enough force. But it makes them both forfeit -2, so they're still going to cover 5 forfeit between the two of them. And that's exactly what Jared does. He says, I'm swinging at them both. And he's hitting them both. Like, their total ability is 3. They are somewhat squishy and prone to falling on lightsabers. So total weapon destiny of 9. Definitely cracks the 3. They are both hit, both forfeit -2, so they're now forfeiting for 3 and 2. But again, 5 is probably enough. And depending on what Jared draws for destiny, like, there's a possibility he's actually going to lose some force in this battle, which would really not be the way I'd have gone at this given my choice. That's a pretty good draw. There's Anakin. He can just take it into hand with your thoughts dwell on your mother. And I'm not sure why he's not doing it. All right. Like, you absolutely want to there. Yeah, you take him into hand for sure. There's a 4, which is fine, so puts him at 8. He's down 3 in power. Effectively 5 because of the +2 from Battle Destiny, so it's really just what's the Battle Destiny, because he's only got a forfeit of 7. So 3 in Battle Destiny turns into a 5. That means it's 16 to 8, so he's down Ahsoka and 1, which isn't terrible, But, like, you killed the Alien Mob, who Matt's just going to retrieve. I think Jared really wanted to wipe the site there. He was not expecting the Greedo. As we see, the Coruscant Nightclub, first card he loses. Called that one right. Woo! Yay, Garrett! But yeah, that did not go the way Jared ultimately wanted. He really wanted to clear him. He wanted to flip him back. He wanted to try and make things interesting. It's going to depend on if Matt's got space. Like, if Matt has space right now, he might just go all in and let's go blow up Ray. So, we'll see. Jared just draws a couple. He's got a full hand. Like, Jared's doing all right. It's not over yet, but that was definitely not the way he wanted that battle to go. He is, however, saving, it looks like 3 force potentially. He's in the move phase right now, but yeah, he skips and saves 3, so he's maybe bluffing and alternatives to fighting. He may actually be running it. And we'll see. All right, so Matt pays 3 to drain for 2. I like that simply because he's also burying Ahsoka. Because if you just leave Ahsoka there, if I'm Jared, the first thing I do is use 3 to walk lane for Unita, and as he just grabs a card with Rey, that may have been a thought process he had was, hey, if Ahsoka's there, I'll walk lane for Unita, get back Ahsoka, and hit and run again. We see Matt using Hondo to deploy Aura from reserve deck. I like that because it puts Aura... Oh, what did I say about Zuckuss and Mist Hunter? So I like Aura there simply because she does punish, or at least have a chance to punish Anakin with him being a Jedi. Forlom, non-V coming down because he adds a Destiny with Jabba or Zuckuss. If you don't have a Shattered Hope, I think I would have put it on Zuckuss and put him on Zuckuss and Mist Hunter, but there we go. Shattered Hope, speak, and it shall exist. So Shattered Hope means he's going to draw 2 Battle Destiny. They're both +2. Ray's immune to less than 5, so he's got to draw 2 zeros to not crack her immunity, and he's just got to draw a total of 4 to blow up Ray and the Falcon, which was definitely not on Jared's bingo card. There's a 2, so +2, that becomes a 4. And there's a 7 Utaguta solo. I'm going to apologize every once in a while. I'm in a hotel. The internet is not the fastest at times, so you're going to have to kind of bear with me on some of this stuff. And Jared draws a 4, which becomes a 0. He's losing Ray and the Falcon. Like, they'll cover. He's not going to take Overflow, but he doesn't have a lot of ships, I don't think. And that's not the way he wanted that to go. We see Ray and the Falcon lost, and then Jared passed on battle phase, and Matt immediately dropped Come Here, You Big Coward, so Jared can't just walk lane back the Falcon. Very smart play. That's a guy in the top 16 of the OCS kind of smart play. Jared's in a spot. Like, you can't drop Anakin in front of the squad at the audience chamber because he's just going to get his game text canceled and die. Okay, maybe you do. Maybe you have an answer for Forlom, like a blaster deflection. Because if you've got that, suddenly you're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, he's going to draw 2 against you, and that, you might lose Anakin, but if you hit a guy and you draw 2 Battle Destinies, you might be taking the whole pile with you. And you're okay with that. Like, you swing and hit Jabba, he's got the highest forfeit. And then they all have crummy forfeit. You got a 4, a 3, and a 3, I think. Yeah, so, like, you hit Jabba, make him forfeit 0, and draw a total of 8. And you clear the site. And there's Ray as well. Now, again, if Matt's got another guy to drop as a react, or he's sitting on Thok and Thug to cancel at least 1 Battle Destiny, that's going to make a huge difference. Like, if you effectively make Jared lose 2 force to make you Thok and Thug, that's good for you. And conversely, not real good for Jared. Like, this is effectively a 0 battle right now. Like, Ray adds 1 to the total Destiny, but they're both theoretically drawing 2. And Jared grabs a card with Ray. Grabs 1 from Use, grabs 1 from Force. If he doesn't have a blaster deflection, this is all going to go real badly. So I have to assume he's got the deflection. And if he's got the deflection, he's got a chance. Daughter of Skywalker. Oh, that's real good. So Daughter of Skywalker will just straight cancel Forlom's text. And the None Shall Pass. I didn't see that one coming. I know that card's kind of gone in and out of the Gamorrean's deck at times. Matt obviously put it in and made huge use of it because Daughter of Skywalker is real bad for Forlom. And Jared may be rethinking his plan because, again, Forlom's really rough to deal with right there. Okay, Jared says, nope, I'm sticking with this. So, drops in, starts a battle. First things first, he uses Anakin to add a Battle Destiny, so he'll get the second Battle Destiny. He just may not have any immunity. I mean, but that's fairly immaterial in general. Loses Draw Their Fire and Jedi Lev from used. So Forlom instead cancels Raise Text for the +1 to total. That's fine. Anakin swinging at Jabba. Like I said, this is where got him with the 7 and a 4. Puts him at 11. That is definitely enough to hit Jabba. Obviously, you can't clash him. Looks like the action's still on Jared. Does he have a sorry about the mess he's thinking about playing? I think I'd probably play it if you got it. Cut him down to 1 Battle Destiny. Oh. Nope. It's just straight to Battle Destiny. So he draws Jar Jar as a 2. And he's going to Jedi Lev to cancel and redraw that. Matt grabs the Jedi Lev, and we already saw 1 go lost. I think that probably is all the Jedi Levs for Jared. Draws a 1 instead. He's actually happy with that, because now he'll just take Anakin into hand. That gets him another Anakin for the expected, hey, I'm going to have to redeploy him here. And, yep, there he's using Your Thoughts Dwell on Your Mother, take him into hand. There's a 6. That's pretty good. And there's the Thok and Thug. That was the concern. You know, Matt has had... and Jared says, fine, I won't draw a 6. Forget you. And at that point, canceling Raise Text was very impactful, because had you left Raise Text in play, that would have been a total of 8, which is enough to wipe all the ability off that site. So again, you know, Matt is staying alive right now, and he does only have 3 cards in hand. Like, he's not in a great spot. You know, Jared's got nobody left to come out, which is fine. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, he had to lose Chal. It's like, I thought for a second he could keep Chal, but no, he had to lose Chal. And he's going to immediately Jabba's Haven. Who is he getting back? Are we getting back Chal? Nope, we're getting back Jabba to keep the 7 side powered up, and I don't hate that at all. The biggest problem Matt's got right now is he's only got 4 cards in hand, and he's not going to be starting a battle, so he can't retrieve. I expect we might see drains for 4, and then put down Jabba and draw some, and hope you get an answer for something like the Leia, who might be coming down here again, along with Anakin. Because that's going to be not good. You know, and Matt says I'm going to retrieve with my objective first, pays 1 and gets back the alien mob. Matt's got 3 cards in hand we don't know of, because he's got a Jabba. Now, like, he could have a great hand, he could have what he needs, and there goes Corn Horn off the used pile. So Jared 3PO'd to draw 1 into his hand, and then lost it, which is real smart. Like, that's the kind of stuff you do that starts to come second nature when you get better at the game. That's a real good thing to do, is, you know, lose cards, you know what they are, so you're okay with it. You know, he also loses Take a Seat, Young Skywalker, and We're Doomed, and Rise of Skywalker from hand. And there's Proxima for Matt, and I expect Jabba follows right along, which is... Matt's hand has been really, really good. and Thok and Thug off the objective just to keep him on that side. And then I expect he'll just draw a few. Like, he's had almost every card he's wanted when he needed it, and it's been early. So Jared's going to have to do something here. Like, I think if I'm Jared right now, I'm looking at Ahsoka and Hondo and saying they look gettable. Like, you've got the Leia in hand, you've got Anakin in hand. I could definitely see drop them both on there, maybe even try and Leia away Aura Singh's shot. And even if she shoots, like, she's got to draw greater than 8 if Anakin's armed, so, like, it's not a gimme shot. And yep, Matt draws everything get 2, pays those 2 to keep Thok and Thug alive, and then activates 1 with Power of the Hut. And Jared activates... he 3POs. No, he activated some, then Matt Power of the Hutted, then Jared used 3PO, so he's tracking to something... That might be an impressive, most impressive. Just to give him the first action or cancel barrier or stunning leader targeting a Jedi. Just eyeballing. That would have been about where he was last turn. And those would be good cards for him to grab. I apologize, I'm not trying to track both players' decks while I keep up a string of conversation. I'm okay, but I'm not that okay. Jared just activates the rest. Or actually, not all the rest. He activates a total of 13, leaving himself 6 in reserve, which sure looks like a swing of Leia and maybe something else. And he says, I want this audience chamber. So we see Anakin to the audience chamber where... And there's a Jar Jar bomb. I like that. Jar Jar, who says Destiny's target plus ability, so it's going to be his 2+ Destiny to very likely Matt's 1+ Destiny to kill Thok and Thug and suddenly make things interesting. Like, Jared's got a decent chance to do some nasty stuff here. I expect we're going to see a Jar Jar bomb on Thok and Thug. And Jar Jar's kind of an interesting ad. Not a card you see in a lot of decks unless really they're running Ancient Watering Hole. This might have been thinking Matt would play something like Endor Ops where that extra spy and, character removal can be real big. It could just be like, this is a solid card against this deck. Being able to just pretty much snap kill Thok and Thug. Like, so there's a 4. So he's got to draw a 5 to keep him alive. All right, well, never mind. It's going to be a total of 6, which is a tie. And Thok and Thug stay alive, which is rough because now Anakin can't target anybody. Thok and Thug are a leader due to My Kind of Scum. That's the front side of My Kind of Scum says your rep is a leader. Thok and Thug's game text says your alien leader's present may not be targeted by weapons, so he protects himself, and Proxima, Jabba, and Fat Bib are all leaders, so he protects all of them as well. Jared really wanted that Jar Jar bomb to go off. Like, he's had a couple spots where it was real close to being something real cool, and it just didn't quite hit. And that's a little unfortunate. So we see he added a Battle Destiny with Anakin, so the Jar Jar would have been the card he went and 3PO'd for, by the way. Because we saw him draw it for Battle Destiny. I didn't even think of using him to kill Thok and Thug. This is why I'm commentating on the OCS games instead of playing them. So he draws a couple of 4s. One of them, again, gets Thok and Thug. So his total Battle Destiny is 4, which, guess what? Thok and Thug cover. And here's where this could get a little snarly. There's a 3 for Battle Destiny. and a 7 is 10. So, yeah, Jared's going to get out of this without taking overflow, but he is going to lose the sight. And like I said, Matt's going to lose Thok and Thug, and he's got another one on his objective. Like, that did not go the way Jared wanted it to. And Jared just conceded the match. Yeah, this just didn't go the way he wanted it to, and he was going to be struggling to come back and make this close. So he said, I got better stuff to do with my time, called it a match, and is calling it a day. With that, I'm going to call it a day as well. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you had some fun, and I'm going to go see if I can find the Vikings game.